used to be quite self-limiting in the fact that I would only talk about a film series in order. I wouldn't just say, oh, I know I didn't speak about, part 1, 2, whatever, but I'm going to speak about part 4 now. If people really want me to talk about those predecessors, they can ask in the comments, but I think just allowing myself to talk about sequels without that hanging over is just better for me. So without further ado, let's talk about Sonic the Hedgehog 3, directed by Jeff Fowler, story written by Pat Casey and Josh Miller, who co-wrote the screenplay with John Whittington. And I'm going to talk about, I know I normally say like 4 or 5 cast members, but because the voice cast is as good as the live action cast, I'm going to do 4 of each. So on the live side, we have the still extending that retirement, or lack of retirement, Jim Carrey, James Marsden coming back, Tika Sumpter. Great performance by Lila Brown. I thought she was really good as Maria in this. On the voice side, of course, we have Ben Schwartz coming back, Idris Elba, Colleen O'Shaughnessey, and Keanu Reeves. And like I say, I never talked about the predecessors. I enjoyed them for what they were. I agree with a lot of the complaints that it focused too much on the human side of Tom and Maddie, etc. Which is fine, you need to ground it. If you're making a film about these characters and you're bringing them into our world, the humans kind of matter. But we're going to a Sonic movie to see a Sonic movie, not a human movie with Sonic in it. And I love the fact that this is a very good course correction. Bringing in some of the actual real game story properly made such a difference. And I think this was the best of the 3. I know that's pretty much a consensus. I'm not bringing anything new to the table there. But I do think it was the best of the 3 because it understood what fans want. It's still got the human element in. They can still do that, but not having it overpower the fun stuff that we're going to see. Jim Carrey basically eating every bit of scenery. Absolutely brilliant. But I really want to talk about the new voice actor here. I've talked twice on this channel about Cyberpunk 2077. And whilst a lot of people do claim that Keanu Reeves is kind of one note, he is sort of limited. I agree to a point, but I think his voice work in Cyberpunk was great, and of course Idris Elba was in that as well, so that's a nice common thread coming across here. They were both great parts of that game. Here, Keanu Reeves is Shadow. It works. Shadow is a lot more like John Wick than not, in a lot of ways. He uses guns, he's very, quick on his feet. It's a good fit. I think it was very good casting. It was, I believe, fan casting for a while, and thankfully they listened. Paramount went, okay, let's see if that works. Will he do it, and does it work for the role? I think him joining Ben, Colleen, and Idris I really want to see more in this world and of these characters as voiced by these people. And of course, Colleen has always been Tails pretty much from way back. But the rest of them, like I said, they don't make her look bad, because she's not a big name actor who's happened to do voice work. She is, the common thread of Tails there, and they match her. I think that's more what it is. I really did appreciate this film for delving into a lot more of that story and giving a potential good end to Robotnik's tale. Now, I know Jim Carrey's come out and said, if there's a way that I can come back and the story works, I'd do it again. I'm quite happy to do it. He obviously enjoys this role. There's elements of all of the bits of his career here. From the amazing makeup that changes him so much between Gerald and Ivo. It reminded me of Count Olaf? It's been a while since I've read/watched Lemony Snicket, okay? But still, there's elements of that sort of flexibility through makeup. But then you've also got elements of, early roles like Ace Ventura, whilst there's problems with that now, particularly the first one, that kind of over-the-top motion and things like that. There's so much of Jim Carrey just funneled into this role. He does a bit of everything that he's known for, and that works. So I'm very happy if there's a 4th one that he might be in it. But I really think these characters, should come back. And we have a tease for Amy. I was kind of hoping for Ruth back, in a way, because Amy's one of those that she's just a kind of obsessive stalker of Sonic in a lot of ways. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. I did like that mid-credit sequence with Metal Sonic as well. It's really, that model was ripped out of the games and just upscaled to me. It was perfect rendition. So yeah, there's a lot here that I think they did good course correction. I enjoyed it. It was an absolute blast. And yeah, if you want me to talk about the other 2 whilst I didn't like them as much, I'm quite happy to. Leave a comment if you want those. Otherwise, we'll see what comes up next week. Even I don't know. I haven't planned that far ahead. I've gone through my backlog now, so we'll see.
But until then, as always, thank you for watching and take care. Gotta go fast.